you are. It's time for the Monday Minute. I'm Christian Paul. I hope you all had a great weekend. I had an interesting one. Of course, we're going to talk about St. Joseph's in Berlin, Wisconsin today, but also an interesting weekend in terms of a case I have been working on for almost a year already down in Florida. And there's some things about this with my client I still need to discuss. But we had a recommended medium come in, someone that the bishop recommended. And I saw a video, very interesting. One, in fact, two actually. One I put up on the page. It was to do with the lights coming through the lanai at night at this location. And I posted it. Now, I understand there is no parking lot, no railroad tracks, no street, no gravel road, no nothing behind my client's home. A few people wondered if maybe it was an ATV shining lights through. And that I thought that was a very valid point, but I've seen the picture back of the property, so I don't think that's the case. And my client has got other outside cameras, and there are no ATVs picked up on any of the cameras. Plus, my client has got various cameras inside of his home. What does that have to do with it? Well, I'll tell you. Just like body cams, security cameras do have audio, especially the new ones, and usually the audio is pretty good. Now, there was a camera facing the pool in the pool area. I would have to think you would hear an ATV, especially at in the middle of the night when things are kind of quiet to begin with. Okay. So stay tuned on that. I'm sure things will develop even more so. This has been a very, very confusing case. The other thing I wanted to tell you, another video from this case that I thought was interesting. My client has a camera in his bedroom, IR capable, as all his cameras are. I mean, I have IR cameras at the shop here too, so we can see at nighttime. Anyway, you see my client get into bed. His cat is on the bed with him. And the bedroom light gets turned on. The overhead light, the one in the ceiling, Everybody got that overhead light in the bedroom. You know what I'm talking about. My client's laying in bed. And if you listen to the video, you can actually hear the click of the switch. And I thought, well, that is interesting. I mean, you actually hear the switch go click, the lights come on, my client gets up, shuts the lights off, but they were already off. There's some other stuff too, but we're not going to get into that right now. We are going to get into St. Joseph's Parish. Mm, mm. Ah, I have itchy nose again this morning. I tell you, springtime is here. There is pollen in the air. If you've got allergies, I know you can relate. Anyway, all right, St. Joseph's Parish. Now, this is a former Catholic church, school, rectory, and convent. So, I want to define a few terms here for those that don't know. Uh, Being brought up Roman Catholic, there are things I know about that maybe the general populace does not. What is a rectory? A rectory is a residence for male clergy. The priest or priests, back in the day, most churches had two or three, four sometimes, depending on how big the parish was. The convent is the residence of female clergy, nuns. In these scenarios, nuns were generally the school teachers at the parochial school. I had an aunt that did just that. Now, she was a Dominican of the Dominican order. Okay, what's an order? Okay. There's Dominican, there's Franciscan, there's there's a couple more. They're not coming to mind right at the top of the moment here. For priests, there's also Jesuit, just kind of different sects of belief within the Roman Catholic religion. They're all the same, but yet they're all very different. Okay, so we have all the cameras downloaded now. I got the DR60 downloaded. Dennis has got his cameras downloaded. So as time allows, we're going to be reviewing a little here and a little there. I did actually review a pretty fair amount off the full spectrum camera yesterday. Although the sun was shining in my area, it was a little too cool outside to do anything. So a good day to sit back. I watched NASCAR in the background and just did review. Before I go any further, of course, Jan is with us this morning, as always. So one of the things I found in review that I thought was interesting, and it's up on the page. You can see it, or head over to our YouTube channel. You can see it over there too. We were sitting in the living room in the convent. Now this is very late night. Um, what time exactly? I can't say, but at bare minimum 3 a.m. Okay. We're sitting in the living room. The convent had, well, I'm kind of winging this off of my head, maybe 5 bedrooms, and they're small. Nuns are kind of sworn to a life of poverty. So the bedrooms are not large by any means. There's a hall with bedrooms, there's a front room, there's a dining room, and a pretty good sized kitchen. So we're sitting there in the living room, pardon that phone in the background, and we are running a Spirit app just to see if we get anything coming through. You have to bear with me a moment. I am getting a page. Andy, what's going on? Hang on. Uh, yeah, 75 bucks. I'll run it up to you this afternoon sometime. All right, cool. All right, bye. Pardon me. I still am at work, although I'm going to tell you all a little secret right now. I am winding back operations at my shop to devote more time into paranormal endeavors. I'm warning you now. Okay, anyway. So we're sitting there, we're listening to this app. That's all we're hearing. I mean, we are not hearing any traffic noise. We're not hearing any cars go by. St. Joe's is not on the main street that goes through this town, the town of Berlin. It is one block over. And Berlin, Wisconsin, a very, very quiet place. And pardon me, I'm getting another page. All right. Pardon me. Okay. We're sitting there and a door slams. Now, if you listen, I kind of pumped it up on the video clip. It's a 9 second clip. It's not long, but we're both sitting in the same room. We got an app going. In the video, I'm watching a little action on the K2, one of the K2s we had, and someone slams the door. Don't know who, don't know which room it was, but you can hear it. A door gets slammed. Now, a short time later, we are we're done in the convent, and we have decided that we're going to go back to the church area. So we're going to leave the convent. There is no inside access from the church to the convent. You actually have to leave the building, go out, go past the rectory, and go into the church. Okay, all right. Not a terribly big thing. Okay, so we go outside, and like I said, this is probably 3:30 in the morning, and I actually heard this with my own ears better than what my rear body cam picked it up. But that's the clip that I posted on this is from my rear facing body cam, the one I wear on my back. But we're outside. I mean, these streets are dead quiet. You could hear a pin drop, and I hear a woman sounds like singing. Now, there are no bars close by in Berlin because I know somebody out there is going to think, well, that's somebody that came out the bar at closing time and they're a little lit up and they're singing. No, it was no bars are close. 3:30 in the morning in Berlin. It is quiet. If you want to live in a quiet little town, this could be the place for you. Be a little too boring for me, but anyway, yeah, you could hear singing, and you'll even hear in the clip that I posted that I'm hearing it. And actually, like I said, I was hearing it with my own ear better than what the camera picked it up. Now, maybe my front body cam will pick it up better. I'm not that far into review yet, but thought it was interesting. You can listen on the page or head over to YouTube and check it out. Please give it a like and a sub. That Google algorithm is a son of a gun. Alrighty. Anyway, the other thing I wanted to talk about was we were back in the school and we are out in the hallway and I've got the full spectrums and this capture was from the full spectrum camera. I'm panning down one hall and I pan down the hall going toward the church. And I capture a male voice telling us to get out. We've been told get out a million times or just leave. Probably between get out and just leave, that's probably two of the most popular EVPs out there. There's also a video up on that with the full spectrum camera. You can always tell the full spectrum clips because they got that kind of purplish kind of color to them. Anyway, that's what I wanted to share for today. There's still a crap ton of review yet to do. Another thing this month, we will be down in Keithsburg, Illinois. Jill owns the Masonic Lodge in Keithsburg. Who's Jill? Jill owns the Boyd House in Boyd, Minnesota. So we're going to be visiting her other property. Last I heard, there is no electricity in this property, so we got to make sure our batteries are large and in charge. That being said, please be good to each other, be kind to each other. A little can go a long way. Peace out.